here we are, guys. This map is genuinely way different than all the other ones we've seen because we've got these available ponds that allow them to take food, and there's somehow dolphins in there. Don't ask me how that's possible. So this map's called Row Rage, and it was played in a tournament called Delicious World Cup, so it's kind of had food-based maps. This is the smallest version ever. Very, very tiny map. We've got Tato in the red here. Tato trying to take some of the deer, even though he's got the food underneath the TC. And then Dowda's going to try and take a board. Dowda's got Mongols again. And Mongols have the hunt bonus. That's a great find for Dowd. But at the same time, it's not actually that awful for Tato because there's so much food with the fish. So he should have 3 fish over here. This is, like, that's 600 food. That's still really fast. Plus the cows. Plus another boar. Unless, no way, dude. Tato, it's okay if he gets the first one. You can't let him get the second one. Down is going again. He's going for the other boar. Down wants all the meat. And he has no loom, which is just so wild. But he's almost there. He's almost there. Oh, he loses the villager. Oh, no. Oh, we lost the villager. I mean, that was just so greedy. It was so close. Nice job from Tato. Tato was looking for that boar. I think his scout just was on the wrong side. And it reacts nicely. He brings in the boar. Now he has to save this villager, though. Tato's got some good quick walls, but that's impossible. And now he loses the Vil. So once again, we got Vil rushing and craziness because they're really close together. And we put money on the line. And we have 2 of the world's best. With the gloves on, ready to go. But, you know, building space has been the theme, and the rock terrain on the little pond is not buildable. The pond itself, or puddle, is not buildable. The fish around their TC, also not buildable. So there's not a lot of space. So once again, I'm going to predict that a fast castle is way too difficult because markets are way too big. Maybe going feudal age into archers would make sense, or maybe scouts, actually, because there's a lot of food. Might be the rare game where scouts are actually seen. I don't even know if they can fit docks in the middle. Like, can you even dock here? Because usually you can't dock if the fish is there. That blocks the space. In the past, guys, it was actually possible to accidentally delete a fish. If you docked over it, it would delete it. And then there were cheese tactics where people could place the docks to take away other people's fish. Yeah, because you also didn't have to actually start building the dock to delete it. You just had to place it. Kind of like you could place a palisade wall over straggler trees. Game has changed many times, but it's fun to think back to some of the crazy things people would do. Yeah, there's the lumber camp now. And Doubt wanted to click feudal age, but he didn't have his buildings. Got his mining camp now. Now the lumber camp. He'll be up. This is definitely fast archers. Would you guys like a video on, I don't know, stuff like that? 10 bugs that used to be in AoE 2. That sounds like a good YouTube video. I'd probably put a lot of work into it, and then it would just absolutely bomb and get no views. But I feel like that would be a really fun one. Because there's a lot of these tiny little details I remember. We'll see. Fun to talk about. Hardy, my editor's crying in chat. Come on, Hardy. Every time I have a fun idea, Hardy's always listening, and he's like, no. I mean, luckily for you, Hardy, my brain is an AoE encyclopedia. So literally the other day, guys, I did a cast. Actually, it's not on YouTube yet, but basically at the end, I referenced 4 different times specific things happened over the past 2 years. So instead of typing it out, I just did the cast. And then at the end of the video, I press the edit button and I say, Hardy, these were the games. This is what happened. That's where you find the footage. So, I'm kind of sneaky proud of the fact that I can remember that many things. But at the same time, it's embarrassing. Tato's going for the rare man-at-arms play. Doubt never saw it, and his scout is a Mongol scout. He had no clue. Now he sees it. And Doubt wanted archers, which is smart, but he needs that gold protected, and he gets the quick wall. Still only one villager on gold. Wood line's over here. This feels like Tato's going to tower the gold. Why else would he be here with the villagers? He's waiting. All right, makes it in the next stage. Doubt Scout gets the kill. Tower's on the way up. That'll push down off of gold. Tato does not have a lot of wood. So that means no archer switch or like skirm follow-up. He also doesn't have a lot of stone, so that means he can't build future towers. But this tower has already done its job, and he's going for arson. Damn. Tato can't be arsed here. Let's go. I mean, if he can somehow get a blacksmith and armor, remember the TC range is really low, so he can just kind of dive. Maybe melt the buildings and go through, but the archers do slowly take down the man-at-arms. It's not like your Wu where they regenerate. Yeah, killing houses has been really effective. I was thinking he's going to do that. Let's see if Doubt garrisons here. See, I would garrison, just hoping that it still ranges. But he seems pretty comfortable with the settings now. Doesn't think it will. Counterattack now from Doubt. But Tato is already finished with the berries. And he's got a nice little corner here. And he will drop the range, and I assume he will add skirms. Ended up being a really good move from Doubt to build so many of his houses next to the TC. It's a really nice call. And once skirmishers come out, Doubt could, in theory, have problems. But Tato's still not even on his first skirm. But I kind of like how it's played out. Remember, there's just lots of food. So Tato took the berries. He's even taking the fish here. He might need to build a mill. Okay. Guys, that's 400 food. Doubt is almost out of food underneath his TC. Then again, Doubt doesn't need a lot of food for archers, and he already has fletching. That's the big thing he needs to spend the food on. Doubt will see the skirms now. He's trying his best to micro. And micro's been good. Doubt has also just mixed in some of his own skirms, which is pretty much the meta these days against this. You make the initial archers against the man-at-arms, and then you match their skirm follow-up. And the tower hasn't been walled in. Tato sees this. Tato can be real stubborn here with some quick walls and Vil fighting, and there's still some man-at-arms. I don't know. Against other players, I think this is fine. Against Tato, I think this is extremely risky, Doubt. And look at the patience there with the micro from Tato. He kind of dodged to the side. Tower's getting some hits. Tower got a kill already. Weakened some units as well, and the tower stays up. That's fine for Tato. Tato will be happy with that. Remember, towers only have 4 range. Now 5 with fletching. Tato trying to control the salmon and the dolphins. And market. Market! That is Doubt's only market spot. Especially with Doubt. That's his favorite building. That's a big deal, guys. Space is limited here. And Doubt wants to balance out his resources. Doubt counterattacking. Finding Tato now. There's been a lot of shifting around from Tato's eco. Like this mill he's built. Or is that the old mill? Does anyone remember? Anyways, it's close enough to the fish, but he can't take the fish. I'd love to see Tato attack the market, but it might be too late. Doubt's buying food. Doubt's trying to take what food he can here and get to Castle Age. Even just to upgrade his range units would be good. Because he does have a lot of them. It's been impressive from Tato, though. He's been doing so well with lesser numbers. And he did lose 1 Vil, but I think it was just to a boar or something. Not actually to Doubt. Doubt will dive. kills the unit. Now does he go after the tower? I guess that he doesn't need the gold right now because he has this gold. Doubt wants Castle Age. Tato's nowhere close to Castle Age. Like, and Tato can't even really use the market. What Tato has to hope for is killing all of Doubt's army before Doubt's up. And holding the position. But Doubt has so many skirms. They nerfed skirmishers, guys, and here we are. Skirmishers still reign. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, one of the best things on this map is archer opening, so... Like, scouts and knights have just been not very viable units in this. I don't think we should, I don't think we should act like this actually is a normal game, and thus we should apply, you know, balanced opinions to this, but still, you know, skirms. Got 90 seconds away. I think Tato's got, like, one tiny little moment coming. There's some weak units in here. And the tower may catch a couple units off, and maybe he gets some good hits. But realistically, Doubt should take no risks with the skirmishers. Maybe don't run up the hill. Oh, nice split micro. He's feeling confident. You don't need to take these risks right now. You're just waiting for Bodcanero and Elite Skirm. And this might be Doubt's victory. He's played it well. The idea from Tato was awesome if he hits the other corner. This corner being safe the whole time was huge. He hit the side where Doubt had 1 Vil working instead of where Doubt had like 12 Vils working. But it's tricky because towering the gold feels like such a good play. Doubt is up. Doubt's getting Bodkin now. Tato's probably like, what? Though he might have expected it. And now Tato will try and get some kills here before this gets worse, but that's still a bad engagement for him because he's so outnumbered. Siege Workshop from Doubt. Bodcanero is now in. And GG, yeah, Tato taps out. I mean, this game's pretty over. Again, though, you know, I think for Tato, the idea of rushing was good, but he needed to hit this area. Like, this is actually the most important area for Doubt. That's where a larger percentage of his eco is actually working. This was just 1 Vil. But, again, you tower rush, you kind of want to deny gold a lot of the time. But it was perfect for Doubt because Doubt didn't even need that many archers. He just needed 2 archers. He mined enough gold to get to 2 archers. And then he just went for skirm anyway. So then it's just food and then it's just wood. So, yeah, you can see what Tato was trying to do. He tried to make it chaotic, but Doubt was really patient there. Really cool looking map. Again, I'm just really happy with the balancing from T-West because it looks amazing. They're actually been balanced. Like, the fact that this is a random map script and these are more balanced than some, like, actual tournament maps I've seen this year. It says a lot. Yeah, GG, well played. We got 2 more ultra tiny maps coming between Doubt and Tato.